Why you'll never goon again after this. Man, I'm really going to expose myself for this one. Apologies for the voice. I've been sick, but gotta get these videos out. As young men, and even for some women, I think gooning and corn consumption is way too normalized and even encouraged, right? Like, I got hooked from a really early age. I used to watch corn and not even do anything. I just watch it for an embarrassingly long amount of time and just watch it because, I don't know, I guess I liked the story. Enjoyed it. It was just something to watch. It was entertainment at the end of the day, right? Like, it helped me get through just the day, right? Because, like, my mum wouldn't get home until a certain amount of time because she worked late, right? And I stumbled across it. Actually, no, a friend of mine at school had told me about it. Now, you got mind me, I was early teens at this point, right? Like, I didn't know what it was. Just one of my friends that I hung around with told me about it, and I was like, let me check it out, right? And I wouldn't even do anything. I just would watch. But over the years, slowly but surely, it ruined the way that I viewed women in relationships, and surprisingly, it made me really insecure in myself. Like, looking back on it now, I think that's where a lot of my insecurities about my physical came from, because I didn't look like the guys in the pool. I wasn't attractive like them. My ting wasn't as big, right? Like, I had all these things that I was concerned about that I had no business being concerned about at that age. And it messed me up so much because I wouldn't tell anyone I was embarrassed. Of course I was embarrassed, and it seemed normal because every other guy, my age was watching it. And I know a lot of you guys will relate to this, is back when you were younger and your friends would be like, yo, mine's 11 and 12, and you'd be there like, shit, mine's like a mini chocolate bar, like, but that was normal back then. But what I'm trying to get at is that a lot of my insecurities came from a place from where I had no business being insecure. I shouldn't have been worrying about that stuff at that age, right? And it didn't take me until my early 20s, so around now, that I really began my journey to confidence with women and to cut out that habit. But we'll get to that in a minute. If you want the technique, or if you want my advice, then you can use the chapter bit to skip to that bit, but I just thought I'd give some more context to my story. So, approaching the later teens, and I'm interacting with women and just regular guy stuff, and I'm starting to realize that the things that I'm doing, they don't hit the same, right? Like, I'd much prefer, I'm beating my shit, and it's just like, why, right? Like, you've got a woman there, she's interested in you, she's interested in you, and you're there thinking, nah, I'd much rather go home, and like, that's messed up. That is messed up. There's something seriously wrong with me. And as I said, it's not until now that I realize that there actually is something seriously wrong with me. Like, why? Right? Like, I shouldn't be feeling like that. I should be excited. And even though I was excited, and when things did happen, maybe halfway through I'd have to stop because it didn't hit. And I'm being a bit vague because, YouTube TOS and whatever, but that's when I kind of realized, like, shit, stuff needs to change, things need to change. You see, because OnlyFans, the black and yellow site, right? Even Twitch and Instagram, sexualization is everywhere, and it's harder than ever to avoid it, let alone resist it, right? So when people say that, they have these addictions and they don't think doing that is that bad, I don't blame them, because it's everywhere. It's literally shoved down our throats, right? Like, you've got women making millions on OnlyFans and promoting their stuff everywhere. It's like, Reels, it's all over Reels, all over Explore pages, YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. And it's just like, you can avoid it as much as you want, but it's always going to creep back in, right? That you're always going to have triggers, and whether you think that a woman looks good, and you can think that a woman looks good, but then you start getting weird thoughts, and it's just like, why? But it's because everywhere you look, it's sexualized, it's just everywhere. And I don't think that's spoken about enough, or not a lot of young men admit it or own up to it. Like, let me be the first to say that, yeah man, I'm embarrassed that I have a lot of sexual thoughts. I am very embarrassed about it, because it makes me feel bad, and I feel it makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable at times, because I'm just like, I feel like I can't have normal conversations with people. Well, I used to feel like I couldn't have normal conversations with people, Maybe I'm getting too deep into it. But I said that how I resist it, and how I haven't defeated my lust yet, but I'm on a journey. It's a long journey. It's going to take me a very long time. But how I'm beating it, I made a lot of progress. And it's not some scheme, it's not some no-fap challenge. It needs to come from a mindset shift, right? Because corn, gooning, you're disrespecting yourself. You are telling yourself that you aren't worth your goals, that you aren't worth the girl that you like, the confidence that you can only get off by yourself. Why? Because it comes from a low self-esteem. It feels comfortable. That release feels good. That when you feel bad or when you feel bored, it's something to do, and it kind of numbs the feeling a bit. But that feeling comes back worse than ever. Right? It's literally called post-nut clarity, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? But you can shift your mindset to realize that you are damaging yourself. And if you're like me, you don't respect yourself enough to stop for you, right? You think, oh, I'm just harming myself, I don't care. Like, it's kind of a form of self-harm, I would say, right? And it's kind of akin to staying in a toxic relationship in a way. It's kind of like it's like self-deprecating. But you don't respect yourself enough to stop for you. And I didn't either, so I flipped it another way. I stopped for my future girlfriend. Back when I stopped, so a while ago now. Back when I stopped. For the girl that I have now. Because I can have conversations with her. When I look at her, I'm not plagued by thoughts, right? I'm not, my mind isn't being infested. It's not being, discolored. It's clear. There's clarity, right? I also stopped so I can show my future son how to resist temptation, how to resist urges, how to become a better man. Because if a man can control his lust, he can do anything, and I truly believe that. And to be a man, you need to show your son how to beat lust. You need to be the blueprint, right? And also to kind of stop being anxious, right? Like you don't feel confident. You don't feel confident around people or around women, especially. And I don't even think you can look some guys in the eye, right? Because you're just like, shit, right? You're walking around like paranoid, like, do they know what I did this morning? Do they know what I did last night? Do they know what I watched last night? Like, you're walking around thinking like that, and that's no way to live, right? It's a form of self-inflicted anxiety, and it's bad. It's killing you. It's killing your progress in everything, right? You look at yourself and all you see is hate. You pick out all the insecurities in it. There's no way to live. So if you want to stop being anxious like that, you need to work towards it, and also just to be present for the people around you, right? So when you have a conversation with someone, you're having a conversation with them. You're listening to them, you're listening to what they say. Every single decibel is actually processing in your brain, and you can generate a response. You're listening to learn, not listening to talk anymore, right? You don't have a million things playing in your head, thinking, what am I going to watch when I get home today? What should I watch? What video should I watch? You're not doing that anymore. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be so hard. It's probably going to be one of the hardest things you ever do. But you can do it. I know you can, because every man can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So that being said, man, keep on keeping on, and I'll see you in the next one. Before I go though, let me know in the comments, when did you start, or what have your struggles been with it? Just remember, if you aren't going to do it for you, do it for them. Bye.